Short on manpower and resources stretched to the limits. The chief of Louisville Metro Corrections was in the hot seat this afternoon. WDRB's Richard Essex reports Metro Council members drilled down on the problems plaguing the department.
Louisville Metro Corrections building is right over my shoulder. We can see the building from the front windows of the TV station. It is not unusual for a couple times a week to see flashing emergency lights over at that building. A couple years ago, the city hired a consultant. The consultant told the city that the building is stretched to the limit, and people who work there are telling us they are too.
Those folks are doing the work, and they're sacrificing because I put a lot on them.
Emotion is something you might not expect from the guy that runs Metro Corrections.
I'm a Louisville guy. You know, I care about this jail. I care about this city. So there's a lot of passion that goes into this job.
Corrections officers spend a lot of time at work. A few weeks ago, we talked to Daniel Johnson, a corrections officer and president of the Corrections FOP Lodge.
We really look out for one another. You know, we love each other. You know, it's just one of those welcoming environments that you find among the employees. And like I said, but it is a challenging environment. You're dealing with the community's most challenging people that they have deemed unsafe or unruly to be out in the community.
Johnson told us some of his peers are working mandatory 56 hours a week. Staff shortages have plagued the department for years. And today, staffing questions were right at the top.
I would just encourage the administration to look at every available tool to make sure that we're keeping the people that we have. The question that I would leave with is, you know, you alluded to the $20 million lawsuit that we settled in January. Can you guarantee for us today that we are not holding a single inmate for a minute longer than what the courts require?
No, I can guarantee that because we have human factor in that. What we have done is stop the class action on that by the steps we have taken.
More than 6,800 people were held longer than the courts had required. Collins says the issues have been corrected. As for the facility, a consultant hired by the city following the death of inmates reported the facility is stretched to the limit. There doesn't seem to be much of an appetite right now to build a new jail, does there?
No, and that's, you know, I kind of made that clear. I can't rely on that. I have to rely on being innovative, being creative.
And Collins says in addition to being innovative and creative, he says having a full staff would go a long way. In downtown Louisville, Richard Essex, WDRB News.